Warm greetings from Rwanda. The spotlight on our members' impactful work across various sectors continues. And on this episode, I am joined by Angélique Kabeza, the head of the Rwanda Civil Society platform. Please join me in welcoming her to this platform. Good evening, Angélique, and thank you so much for coming to talk to us today and for attending the forum. And thanks for everything that you did behind the scenes to make this thing a success. And congratulations to you.
Thank you.
This is my very small gift for...
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Kindly talk to us about who Angélique is and also give us a brief overview of the Rwanda Civil Society platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who Angélique is?
Yes.
So many things.
Talk to us about everything. About you.
Yeah, so I am the executive secretary of Rwanda Civil Society platform.
All right.
That's my professional work. I'm also a mother of 3.
All right.
And
Included?
Yes, included.
Okay.
Yes. I am a statistician by career.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've been doing monitoring and evaluation work since like 10 years ago. I'm still doing it with the executive secretary work. And I joined Rwanda Civil Society platform in 2019. Mm-hmm. When I joined, I was working as an M&E specialist of the organization. And then later, 2021, I became the executive secretary.
Okay.
Rwanda Civil Society platform was created by the members, by the umbrellas in 2004. Okay. It was created because they wanted a forum, a bigger voice to come together, because they worked in different sectors. So they wanted to bring one voice under civil society. So that's why they created the platform. Mm-hmm. So basically the platform works for the umbrellas. Okay. Yeah. They started when they were 7. For now we are 12. By December, we are joined by other 2. Okay. So 12 umbrella bodies. Yes. Okay. What is the average number of members in those networks? So the one who has fewer members, they are around 18. All right. And the ones who have a lot is Rwanda NGO Forum on Health, who has 130 members. Okay. Yeah, so in all of them, the members, the affiliate members, we go around 1,400 members, single organizations. Okay. Yes. Okay, amazing. So could you walk us through the initial stages and motivations that led to the creation of Rwanda Civil Society platform? Yeah. Yeah. I think I've talked about that a little bit. It was created because they were missing that collective voice, because some of them were into reconciliation and peace building, and others were into women empowerment, into agriculture and farming, into education and health and all the sectors. So they wanted to do one voice together and make it stronger so that they could be able to influence the government policies and be able to have an impact decision and do their work efficiently. So that's how the platform was created. And since then until today, our main work is advocacy through our members. We do policy influence. We work with the government into policy formulation. And then we also try to fix the gaps, and also the gaps to be addressed to the government for them to fix or to address some of the gaps in the policies. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. So given that our Rcsp was born out of a desire for collaboration, how did you manage to bring together such a vast number of organizations under one umbrella? Mm-hmm. So it's voluntary. Okay. Not all organizations that are created joins, but we made sure that the platform had some benefits for CSOs to join. All right. Except for them giving member fee, a membership fee. We also give them some skills.
All right.
We give them capacity strengthening skills. We first do for them a needs assessment for us to see where they are, their gaps, and what they need, and then we contribute to that. We make sure that their systems are stronger, are built. Yeah. We also collaborate with the Rwanda Development Board. It's a government institution that gives skilled professional interns to organizations, all organizations. Yeah. So we partnered with Rwanda Development Board to give us skilled young professionals to work with our civil society organizations, so that at least there is people in organizations that are helping build the systems. Yeah. So that's one thing that we give. We also give the space for advocacy. We link the civil society to the ministries. If they're working into social protection, we link them with the Ministry of Local Government, for example. If they're working with gender, we link them with the Ministry of Gender. So we give them that space. We convene, and then they come and share and fix what they want to fix.
All right.
So, yeah, there is benefits to join.
Okay.
Yeah.
And considering the benefits, you also talked about the membership fee.
Yes.
Is it a standard membership fee for all the CSOs? Do they fall under one category, or do we have categories of membership?
It's the same, because our members, it's the umbrellas.
Okay.
The 12 I said.
Yeah.
Not single organizations under them, because they also give membership fee to the umbrella, and then the umbrella give to us.
Okay.
So it's for everyone. It's the same. Either you have started the platform or you're joining last year. It's the same.
And how much is it?
So we have tried to not, as you know, civil society organizations, they're relying on donor money most of the time. Okay. So we have tried not to burden them on that, so that they can join easily. So it's only 100K a month, a year.
100K
Rwanda francs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A year. It's an annual fee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you talked about policy.
Yeah.
And I want to understand your role in policy monitoring. How does the Rwanda Civil Society platform strategically coordinate the monitoring of government policies and programs, especially in a very democratic landscape like Rwanda?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's one of our main work.
Yeah.
To influence, to do advocacy. So we strategically created thematic working groups. Yeah. Because for all those 12 umbrellas, they are really different. They are into different sectors. So we brought civil society organizations that are under one area of intervention. Okay. And then we did clusters. We put them together, and then they go and work on where the issues are. Okay. If maybe our local civil society organizations that works under the legal frameworks, the social justice area, they go and we make sure that they meet quarterly to sit and discuss on the pressing issues that we need to advocate for. If there is a law in pipeline in the parliament, we sit on that, we ask for the draft, then we start working on it. If it's in education, like lastly we advocated on the policy review, the education policy review, and then we sat down, we bring experts in education sector, and then we gave the Ministry of Education our inputs. That influence I was telling you about, when we come together, different local civil society under the platform, we do a very big influence. Like those inputs we gave to the Ministry of Education, they were taken into consideration. It was like our recommendation, like 12 out of the 16 we gave was considered. Okay. So our thematic working groups, that's how they work. Quarterly, they meet and discuss on what should be done, advocated for by the platform, and also any other concerning issue at the citizen level, what we could take at the national level, what we could take even at the local level, the sectors, the districts, what can we do to impact the communities.
Okay. So could you maybe highlight a specific policy or program where Rwanda's civil society platform's feedback maybe significantly influenced its formulation or implementation?
Yeah, that was one example of the policy of education, the review. It was reviewed recently last year.
Yeah.
We advocated for teachers to get a pay raise.
All right.
That was done.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in the 2022 January.
All right.
And we also, when we were coming out of the pandemic, our government introduced Economic Recovery Fund. I don't know if you heard it, but it was
now I know.
Yes, it was a fund with a lot of money, and it was money from everywhere. The government did a lot of fundraising. Then we got a very big fund for small enterprises to get capital and start again, because some of them had eaten their money as the COVID has had, because they were closed for 2 years.
Yeah.
And then that Economic Recovery Fund, when it came, because it was rushing, the government needed people to start again and go back into business. So we had to go back in the draft and look. You didn't capture the disaggregated data. How many women are you targeting? And have you considered the young, very, very small enterprises, the women with abilities? So it was rushed, so there was components that were not covered. So we advocated again, they reviewed it and added all components of our population. Yeah. So they increased the number of women to get the fund, and also the categories of women. You know, there are women who are well enough, who are up there doing well. They don't need, yes, they don't need a lot of startup. Yeah. But we also contributed, advocated for the young ones who really needed, like everything from the ground to start again. Okay. So, and also the collaterals, to remove all those those things that will make young women to not have access to the fund.
All right.
So that was really something that even today I'm still proud of, that we were able to influence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with such a diverse with such diverse member organizations, how does Rcsp ensure that the feedback provided to the government represents a holistic view?
So as I was telling you, those thematic working groups, they when they share their feedback, so their recommendations, after the work has been done, we have shared already to the government, then after some time we give them deadlines, like after 3 months or 6 months we will come back and sit with you. Yeah. A consultation, not a very big meeting. We sit with you and then we see what has been resolved, what cannot be done. It's possible. Maybe it was too ambitious to not. Yes, but at least we have some feedback from them. Okay. Then they tell us maybe the budget will be available next year. We are trying to do these alternatives, but at least we get feedback to bring back to our members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dealing with the government has to us a lot of challenges. So what challenges do you face when monitoring their policies, and how do you navigate them?
So most of our policies at the national level, they are really good, because as I was telling you, in every policy, every new law, we join the consultations. It gets challenging at the implementing level, at the local level. So we have local civil society at implementing at the local level, community-based organizations. So when that policy comes down to answer citizens' problem, and then it gets stuck because there was no implementation plan or something is missing into implementing the policy, that's when now that member that is working at that grassroots level, that's when they now come back to us you remember that policy that we approved? It's not working.
Okay.
Yes, so that's how we make sure that at least we know that the policies that are working and the ones that are not working. And then those ones that are not really answering the problems of the citizen, we bring it back at the table, and then we show the government this is really not going well, and then we show them with facts. We do assessment, we do researches, because our government, they cannot accept when you're not giving them. See, 100 people living in Bugesera have said this and this. We went there, we collected data, and then you give them proof that this is not working, they will change.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you have tangible facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. So let's dive deeper into the objectives of Rwanda Civil Society platform. How do you prioritize which challenges faced by the Rwandese, Rwandese population to address? Yeah, how do you prioritize? Yeah.
So our priority to choose, because there is so many,
There are so many challenges.
Yeah, there are so many challenges.
Yeah. So what determines that this is the first one we are going to deal with, this is the second, and this is the last?
Yes.
Yeah.
As you know, we are trying, as a country, we are aiming to by 2030 to be a middle income country.
Okay.
Yes.
2030.
2030 or 2050. So it's, I know we are ambitious, but it's making us work.
True.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. So we make sure that at least the priorities are tapping into the lives, the well-being of our citizens, their lives, and if they are really growing, developing their households, if they are eating and have shelter and are healthy, are able to work. So that's we prioritize our advocacy efforts into looking at that.
Okay.
So when we know that this issue is not affecting their lives like strongly, if it's an issue that is not endangering the security of our people, so we go into priorities looking at that. Is it harming the family at the primary level, the household? Is it making them go hungry for the nights? So those are the things that we look at, and every January we work with the Ministry of Finance, and then we give them the priorities to be taken into account in the financial year, the next financial year. That's when they start planning for the next. So then we give them our priorities in water and sanitation. We tell them in this part of the country they need water than the other. So plan for this part of the country than that. We give them that we need maybe health posts, to increase health posts or nurses or things like that. So the priorities goes into what is the lives of our people missing.
Tell me about a success story where Rcsp's advocacy and representation led to tangible outcomes. Just one.
Only one.
Big achievement. Yeah.
Okay, maybe the one I wanted to tell you, you can think it's because I'm pregnant and I'm a woman.
No, not at all.
It's for everyone.
Not at all. Yeah.
In our constitution, before we started the advocacy.
Yeah.
The paternity leave was not called paternity leave. It was called some circumstantial leave.
Okay.
Like every man can just ask for a leave and get it, even if it's paternal, if you have given birth, or if your mother died, or if anything. So it was called a circumstantial leave, and it was only 4 days.
Okay.
So we coordinated our members that works in gender empowerment, gender equality, and then we did research. We conducted several interviews and surveys. I found out that when the government and civil society started teaching about gender equality and everything about gender equality, gender empowerment, that it's for both genders to partner and develop the households, the communities. we found out that men and women have graduated from where they were in 1997 there to today, where they think they feel empowered to contribute equally in the household.
Okay.
So, and then we started showing in our papers that it can be possible that a mother can rest and the father will take care of the household and the baby, and the mother, the new mother who just gave birth.
Okay.
So recently, I think the constitution was renewed a few months ago.
All right.
So now a father is getting a paternity leave. It's called a paternity leave, differentiated with the other sort of leaves.
Yeah.
And he gets 7 days, and then the mother has gotten up to 14 weeks.
From 4 days to
7. That's a good start.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
And at least he knows how he'll be using those 7 days.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And also the mother is having from 12 to 14 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if there is complications while birth, if there is before or after,
yeah,
your employer can add, depending on what circumstances that are there. So that is in the constitution now.
Okay.
Yeah, every employer has to go with that.
Whether they like it or not.
Yes, whether they like it or not.
Bravo.
Yeah.
So how has the information system set up by Rcsp transformed the way CSOs operate and collaborate in Rwanda? Yeah.
So we have launched a digital platform for Rwandan CSOs. Even you can also join.
We need
it's
to.
Open. Yeah. It's open. It's a knowledge hub.
Okay.
It's where we put all the modules, all of the trainings we've been giving since the platform was created.
Okay.
So you can find all the resources, all those reports that we do.
Okay.
Information about how to write a proposal, how to resource mobilize, how to everything. Yes.
Okay.
So that's one of the systems that we have started, and also our members can do visibility work on there. They can also put their work. They can also contact. We also put our donors. Even our donors can also check us and see what we do. If they're interested in our CSOs in environment, they go look for them there. So it's a way of it's a learning hub. It's also a visibility hub, a visibility platform. Yeah.
And bravo for that.
Thank you.
So as you aim to develop effective partnerships at various levels, what strategies does Rcsp employ to ensure that these collaborations are impactful?
So first of all, we made sure that we have partnerships with government institutions, all of them.
Okay.
Because we work with all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And when we partner with one, in the MOU, we put also that our members also are part of this MOU.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's one of the criteria. It's also it's our responsibility. It's also you have also to accept to bring everyone among us.
Yeah.
So that's one that we have done, and also we asked the government to make sure that in their discussions in the sector working groups, our government have sector working groups, like all the partners in one sector. Like yesterday we were in governance and decentralization sector.
Okay.
So there is DPs, there is government, there is CSOs. So all sector working groups, we are part of them. So that was a request, but it was also needed for all the parties, so that we put strength together. We do an action plan together, so that we don't duplicate. So you can find UNICEF has given kids, students school fees. And another partner also comes and do the same.
Yeah.
But one partner did it. So we make sure that we don't duplicate and we don't scatter the resources, and maybe we make sure that the targets are differentiated so that we don't scatter the resources. So that's one of the ways we have tried to make sure that we are incorporated in all the lives of the country.
Yeah. Amazing. So I am interested to understand the challenges and the future directions that Rcsp is taking. And given the dynamic nature of civil society and its challenges, what are the current hurdles that Rcsp is currently focusing on?
So currently we are working on make sure that the new organizations, they are being created every day. So that they come into the space and then they find mentors. They find people who have already been established to help them grow. So we have started a mentorship program where the older ones or the established ones help the younger ones to grow. So we help them write proposals in groups, consortiums. And we also, it's volunteerism, because civil society, we have that spirit of volunteerism. So the mentors, like Rwibasira, you saw him, the other ones, the Muramira, they are mentors of younger organizations. So they accompany them in creating stronger systems. They check on them monthly to make sure that they have internal policies, they have financial systems that are in place, if everything is running as accordingly, if they have governance, if that governance leadership is really working. So that's what we help them so that they can grow, they can attract donors, they are transparent and legitimate. So that's one of the ways we are trying to remove some of the challenges. But at least in the future we will have, even if the older ones will go, but at least the younger ones that are created today will continue the work. Yeah, and also the platform, those are civil society organizations under us. And the platform, I want the platform in the next few years, 10 or 5, to be a platform, as its name, a platform where every single organization can see itself and feel like they belong. Yes, and feel appreciated and feel like they have something to offer. And also the platform to give back to the local CSOs. You've just responded to the first bit of my next question.
That's good. So now, but the second bit of the question would be, what initiatives or areas of focus are on the horizon in specific?
Special areas of focus?
Yes, in the next decade. How is the vision looking like?
Yes. So in the next decade, we are looking at the platform that is self-sustained. For now, we work on donor money and some of the funds from the government, and so we are looking at the platform that will be self-sustained by the members and also by its work. We are allowed to do the income generating activities as long as it's for the members, the charity. Yeah, so we already have plans of how that will unfold. Yes, and that's one. And the platform that will have a bigger influence in the country and outside the country. So that influence will come if now we start investing in our people, investing in making sure that the leadership, even the next leaders after this board, the next board of directors will be people with the expertise, people that are ready to give, and people that have that volunteerism spirit and passion for civil society organization.
You have placed a lot of emphasis on the work that you do with the governments, various sectors and the ministries. And you've mentioned the support you also receive from your donors, but you haven't mentioned any. So do you have like 2 that you can quickly shout out to?
Yes.
2 of your donors?
Yes.
And not the ones that you had the round table with yesterday.
So I commend Trocare. Trocare is an NGO that we've been working with it since 2010. they've been really behind us in every situation. I really commend them. They are partners. They're not donors, like we've said. Yeah, they're really partners. They're transformative partners, and they strive to see an organization grow. Okay. Yes, and internally, the organization system, not the activities they want us to implement. Okay. Yeah, and UNDP also have been our core funder. Oh, okay. Yes, we also appreciate them, and they do help other civil society organizations a lot of them around Rwanda. They also go deeper into civil society, like community-based organizations. Okay. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, thanks for that. So how do you plan to adapt and grow in this rapidly changing global environment, especially with advancements in technology and communication? Yeah. So we have started, this year we have started in our trainings incorporating the use of technology in each of the training, because the technology is being used everywhere. So, for example, we did a resource mobilization training, we did a financial management training. So in those trainings, we make sure that we incorporate how to use technology into all those trainings. For example, the softwares to use into financial systems, all the digital ways you can use into resource mobilization. So we try to incorporate how to be digital in all our areas of work. Okay. Yeah, because that's where we are going, so we have to know. And we also try to go with the trends, where the world is going. Okay. We have to equip ourselves, our civil society organization, how to be ready for emergencies, how to equip themselves with skills, even if we are not able to work physically like this. So to be ready for any changes, any change that can happen. Okay, great. So lastly, on that section, we are 3/4 done. You okay? Okay. So what message would you like to convey to the members of the Rwanda Civil Society platform and to the broader Rwandan community about the importance of civil society's role in nation building? I would like to remind the members, the civil society organizations under the platform, even those that are not in the platform, I would like to remind them that their work is necessary as the private sector and the government. True. Because, in our culture, we cook on the 3 stones. Okay. If you remove the 1 stone, can you cook and eat and feed your kids? No. So take those 3 stones as 1 stone is the government, another stone is the private sector, another stone is civil society organizations. True. And civil society organizations include faith-based organizations. Us, civil society, local and NGOs, includes political parties, everyone that is philanthropic. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And most of the time you find ourselves like a smaller stone, then the casserole will be shaking. You cannot cook until it's cooked. So we have to make sure to position ourselves to be equal as the government. The government is really running faster, and we have to be at the same level with them. Okay. In the private sector, there are businesses, they have a lot of money, but why are they? Because we have all the same target. Okay. It's the people. Okay. Now, how are we going to position ourselves to also grow at the level of the other 2 partners? So it starts with us, because the donors will not come and tell us, you have to be like the government. No, it will come from us as Rwandans to make sure that as the private sector and the government, they are running towards their agendas, we also have to have the agenda to make sure that we are on the same level and we are doing things that we reach our people equally and no one left behind, so that we we achieve the goals, the 2063, the 20, all those goals that we have put in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we reach there together without anyone being left behind.
Amazing. And so with all member organizations and Rwanda Civil Society platform, how do you ensure that every voice is heard and that the diversity of the platform is maintained?
How do we make sure we are bringing everyone on board? No one is left behind. So we accept every member.
Okay.
And we also make sure that everyone with advocacy efforts, we accompany them until it's resolved, or at least we know why something is stuck. If it's not possible for us to fix it, at least we make sure that everyone who comes to us with an advocacy issue, we make sure that we take that issue to the right people to address it.
Okay.
So as the platform, we strive to make sure that everyone feels welcomed with their whatever issue they are bringing on the table, as long as they have worked on that issue and have found that this really needs to be addressed or not, we are not doing anything. So when they don't have that, because of maybe resources or capacity, human resource, we accompany them to do the researches.
Okay.
So we make sure that if it's maybe people with disabilities, and then they come, the organization that supports them come and tell us, you see, the kids that has disabilities are not going to school and everything.
Yeah.
When they have an issue to be advocated for, we accompany them from the researchers to make sure that we have tangible facts that are accepted by our National Institute of Statistics.
Yeah.
And then we make sure that the sample is representative.
Okay.
And then we bring them to the table with the policymakers to address it.
Okay. Angélique, given the varying needs of the member organizations, how do you tailor its representation strategies to suit both smaller NGOs and larger and more established ones? How do you ensure a balance? Yeah.
So starting at our board of directors, they have representation on our board.
Okay.
So we have the vice president, the president, the vice, the secretary general, and other members, the audit committees, the conflict and resolution committees. So all the members find themselves represented in our board. And for example, when we go do an activity, or the small ones, the bigger ones, they find themselves represented into our board. And that's also the same into the board of directors in the umbrellas. Because they are the ones who votes them.
Okay.
So they give us the names of people they want to represent them.
Okay.
They vote them, then they come to the board.
Okay.
So they feel represented. And also, when we are doing advocacy, we bring all of them, even if, as long as it's related to what they do. Yeah, right. And then they.
So, as the executive secretary, how do you envision strengthening the solidarity and harmonious relations among the members of the Rwanda Civil Society platform, and what initiatives are in place to foster that unity?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we do monitoring visits.
All right.
And then we also peer-to-peer workshops.
Okay.
We bring them together. Like, for example, some of the things we do are cross-cutting. Gender equality and women empowerment. Even they found themselves working on environment. They found themselves working with the people with disabilities. So it's cross-cutting. So we made sure that the umbrella that works on education and the ones that on gender and women and girls empowerment, they work together. The environment ones, they work together. The health. So we make sure that there is synergy. There's connections between them, so that one doesn't feel like they are apart, another group. No, we make sure that they have complementarity when they do their work.
Okay.
So there is peer-to-peer lessons quarterly. There is biannual retreat for all of them. So we made sure that fraternity, they have to. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Angélique, for this dialogue. And
You're welcome.
we cannot appreciate you enough. And you know that, right? So before I let you go, in 5 words, okay, 5 words, how would you describe your experience as a member of the East Africa Philanthropy Network?
First of all, being a member of EAPN is connections, a lot of connections.
Okay, 2?
Connections and not networks, the same.
Okay.
Possibilities, a lot of possibilities, a lot of partnerships.
3?
Yeah, and being able to have a community of people that you do the same things, fraternity kind of spirit. You have colleagues to ask and then learn from them how they do things, and also try to replicate it in your organizations. So it's a lot of benefits to be among of EAPN.
Okay, and we hope to make it more fantastic for you. So thank you very, very much. And from everyone at EAPN, we say thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching this session. My name is Purity Momo. These are the Ubuntu Stories of Impact. Until next time, subscribe and watch. Thank you.